Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. I just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh to the best of their ability. Just coming at you with another quick lesson and praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. So I had seen this was like 2 days ago anyway, but this is in the crime section, of course. As you can see, Lil Eve, well, I can't say Lil Eve, she's a private school teacher accused of molesting teen in park. Bought him a gun for his 14th birthday. New York Post, a teacher at a private Christian school accused of sexually assaulting an 8th grader, allegedly gifted him with a gun for his 14th birthday before he ran away in a relative's car. Taisha Bolden, 34. So she's 34. She's basically, you see what it is. He's 14, she's 34. She is basically 20 years old when he was born. And the boy met while she was teaching at Pilgrim Lutheran School in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, last fall, and exchanged over 2,200 text messages, some allegedly containing nude images and flirtatious language. Bolden was released on $2,500 bond, which ain't shit, really, this week on felony charges on second-degree child sex assault and giving a dangerous weapon to a child. But now let me just say, I mean, a 14-year-old in the ancient days, that would have been a grown man, so to speak, or starting to. He's definitely a young man. He's not like a fucking toddler. It's not like you got to go in and fix him some, his food or his cereal, or his changing a diaper or something, or you need to. He can't physically get water out of the refrigerator, or run it, just he can't run his own bath water and shit. No, he's fully capable of doing things. Now, one thing I will say about the ancient days is that we were taught from children up to be men and to be women. So let me grab a quick scripture real quick. Because see, in Esau, Edom's kingdom, the so-called white man's kingdom, he's motherfucker 21. He telling you a kid until you 21 or 18 or whatever the fuck. Them grown ass people. Them grown people, man. A 14-year-old in America? Are you fucking kidding me? A damn 14-year-old will run circles around your ass in America, man. Because they have access to everything. They know about everything. They put on game on everything. They know about all the music. They know about the scams. They know about whatever they jack, niggas shooting dice in the hood. Come on, man. Come on, bro. But this is Esau's Edom's kingdom, and he's telling you that this grown motherfucker should be in your house until he's 18 at least. No, that he should be making moves. He should be making moves. He should know how to work. He should have a job, man. You know what I'm saying? I know America, they kind of shoot the little, he can bag some groceries. Man, that nigga can work on a car. If he can be on YouTube for 8 hours a day, TikTok, whatever the hell, he's on there constantly all day. If he would just go on TikTok or YouTube, he can easily learn a trade just like that. I seen this guy, he replaced a carburetor. I seen this guy, he replaced an alternator. I seen, if he's just specializing in just doing brakes on a car, he can literally watch videos all day and he can see different types of cars, different models of cars, and actually make a career out of that shit and be making 6 figures a year just doing simple shit like that. Literally. Like straight up. But America has really like put that stupor on people. Especially our people. Stupor, man. You see what I'm saying? Just stupor. But let me get this real quick though. I'm gonna slack you for the language, man, because it kind of just piss you off. You get a little inflamed about it. But this right here is Proverbs 22:6, right? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So guess what this little nigga was probably doing when he was growing up? Because Jake catch it early. 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. Shit start kicking in. 13 years old. He's already seeing ass cheeks bounce. He done seen Beyonce. He done seen Cardi B. He done seen, you know, all these, you know, because, I mean, pretty much anything. You can go, you literally, a news story is like soft porn these days. So he's looking at cheeks. He's looking at you know, boobs being displayed. And then they have access to other things. I'm just talking about the basics. The shit that these, man, it's nothing for a 14-year-old to be able to watch porn. There's plenty of them right now watching porn right now. They already ready. They ready to go. They ready to shoot those guns. They ready to shoot the club up. You see? So let's go back. Because I wanted to make a little example first. You know what I'm saying? Because this 34-year-old, she know what's up. She's not, you know, at cougar age, but she know what's popping. Jake come to school looking fresh to death. They got on the newest fashion. They got on the newest clothes. They tall. Some of them be sick. Ain't no telling. This nigga probably look like a 26-year-old, 27-year-old already. He probably about 6'2", 6'3", muscular, looking good, coming to school. He got that swag. He's popular. Come on, man. Come on. You living in Esau, Edom's kingdom, where you sending your children to any teacher, whether it's male or female, you're taking a chance. Why? Because Esau kingdom is fucked up like that, man. This shit is crazy. Because I can remember when I was in school, we was around that age, one of my friends ended up getting one of the teachers pregnant. Got a kid from straight, she didn't have no abortion. Hell, they could be still together to this very day. I don't even know. But she was a lot older than him. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, he's just a young man coming into that, you know, horny stage. And he was spitting game to her, and she liked it. And also, she was digging him to begin with. She was, you know, you can get a little grooming here. Man, look, this game is different these days, man. It's always been that way, though. Nothing is new under the sun, man. Okay, it says, the teen later, let me see. It says, in June, Bowden took the boy to a wooded park at least once and allegedly molested him. There ain't no molestation. That nigga was probably knocking her ass down like a grown man, possibly. Because hey, that's a young buck. He popping it. This shit. Come on, bro. Let's just be real here. It says the teen later told police he then asked Bowden to buy him a Glock 19 handgun because he couldn't go out without protection. And he planned her because he got game. Here you go, you got a 14-year-old able to run game on a 34-year-old. That's all he was doing, run game. Nigga, you ain't nobody messing with you like that. You need a Glock 19, nigga. The hell out of here. It says Bowden bought the handgun and ammunition and gifted it to the teenager. The teenage victim, well, you a victim, my ass. She's probably more like the victim. And I'm just being straight up. Hey, Jake ain't no joke, man. I can remember being that age. I can remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man. Hey, Jake get to it. When them hormones start kicking in, Jake started waking up with them woodies. Man, look, it's popping. It's popping. You know? I'm just being straight up with you. Let's just be real here. It says Bowden bought the handgun and ammunition and gave it to the teenager, along with some books. Some damn books? What kind of books? You could have kept the books. You could have saved your money on the books. You done gave him a gun. He don't need no, nigga ain't thinking about it. He probably threw them books straight in the trash. It says for his 14th birthday, the criminal complaint alleges one night while he was sleeping, the victim's parents went through his phone and discovered a topless selfie of the teacher, as well as other photos allegedly showing her naked in the shower or with hickeys on her neck. And so he knocking her ass off, man. Just be real, man. By July, the teen asked Bowden for money and a second gun. She allegedly gave him $1,000 on July 21st, but declined to buy him another gun because, hey, them guns not cheap. She probably figured out, like, you know what, this nigga, you know, I'm gonna throw him this bread, but you know what I'm saying. Now she's probably starting to figure, like, I can't keep up with this. It says 4 days later, the victim's parents reported him missing to police and said he may have been staying at the teacher's home. The missing teen was located by police in a nearby West Alice who allegedly pulled him over while he was carrying the same Glock 19 his teacher had purchased for him weeks before, cops said. So he out here on some bullshit. Straight up. Police then told school administrator about the allegations against Bowden, who admitted to having a student spend a night at her residence earlier that year, according to court filings, man. So, look, I'm not stupid. You come into this truth, the Lord covered everything, bro. Salak. Okay, yeah, Salakia. So you can clearly see, man, she's 34. She looked like she could be 24. She actually looked like she could be a damn high schooler. Like, come on, bro. And this is, the reason why it says Bowden was promptly fired. She could face up to 40 years in a Wisconsin prison if convicted. In a statement to Fox, Bowden's former employer, of course, they're saying, they put the police on game as soon as. But she don't look that old. When you look at this picture, look, she got them big old pretty ass eyes. She just looked just like some old regular, in the hood type of, little mama. She don't look old that old at all. So, and that's one of the things that I wanted to bring out in this lesson. Let's get a scripture real quick. Let's go into let me see here. Let me pull up the blue letter. Because we live in America, we're in captivity. This particular situation wouldn't happen like that in the ancient days, I would say, in our communities. Because once a young man turned that age, by the time it wasn't, no. You can teach him up until he's, that the age of, of 12 or so. But then from there, it's kind of like it's a turnoff from there. It's kind of like, he pretty much, he's learned from his father. He's learned from his mother how to be a young man, what his responsibilities are going to be. See, in America, motherfuckers just sit around and play goddamn video games all day. Eat cereal, Fruit Loops and shit, sit on the couch, eat goddamn Cheetos. It wasn't like that in the ancient days. You was really coming into being a man. You was going out, you was working the farm, you was going to handle the cattle, you was going to make sure you was a part of the family structure where, a wife was chosen or bought for you, so to speak. It wasn't just the only people that was around you teaching a young man of that age, was your mom and your grandma and possibly, your aunties and stuff like that, older sisters. But you wasn't just going to an establishment and being up around no chick all damn day long. Because you can see from her look, she's probably going straight to the school and looking scantily clad. She, tight shit on. Not saying ass cheeks out, but, she's dressing just like him or them. She's competing with the 16, 17-year-olds in the school. You see what I'm saying? So she's going there. She, fashioned up. She's probably hopping out of something nice. You know what I'm saying? Had that attitude of I'm still, because when women get to that age of 34, 35, 36, even when they hit their 30s, it's like, now it's clicking with them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm getting older. I'm not getting the attention that I used to get no more. And now she's in school with all the little, the little mamas that's coming up, that's taking all the attention. And she probably ain't no telling, had his ass stay after class. Anyway, I'm going into all this. That's just me speaking as a man. But anyway, let me see here. Let's get this right here. Women instructed, right? It's entitled Women Instructed. This is 1 Timothy 2. I'm going to start at verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, which I'm sure she probably wasn't doing, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection. Because first off, she's not even supposed to be even teaching young men like that. She's supposed to be at home learning from her father if she's don't have a husband. But she's supposed to be learning from her husband. She's not supposed to be teaching, because that's even up to 19, 20. Motherfuckers be looking at their, be talking as if these fuckers, these terrible clowns is little bitty babies, man, like they toddlers. That's not the case, man. 14 years old back in the ancient days, that was a grown ass man. He is ready to hook up with somebody and bring forth children, man. And that woman was at home rearing those children while he was going out doing the work, man. So, and let me see, it's another one too. That's not exactly the one that I wanted, but that works perfectly as well. That's spirit. I could have sworn, let me see here though. Oh, it's not wordy. Okay, it's not coming up. Oh, it's spelled wrong, Salakia. Let's see if we can get that one. Yeah, here we go. This is the one I wanted. In Titus, Salakia. Titus chapter 2, verse 4. It says, let me see, I may need to start up here. Yeah, let me start at verse 3. Yeah, let's get the point at verse 3 here. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, and that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. Now, see, this is a situation right here where the word of the Lord could be blasphemed, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But really, in reality, she's supposed to be at the house, rearing up children. She can teach her son up to a certain point. Then it comes to a point where, of course, the son, we're to respect our mothers, you know what I'm saying? But it comes a point where he becomes a man, and that's why the scriptures talks about, leaving your father and your mother when you get a wife. And you go, because you've been taught as to what to do. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. You know what to do, because it don't take that long to rear children like that, man. If you constantly on a child's ass all day long about, no, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and you're constantly up with a habitual formula, you're up with a habitual program, so to speak. You're kneading the dough. You're cutting up vegetables. The daughter, she know how to make a full meal for mom and dad, whoever. She knows how to serve. There's a certain way to serve. The son, he's going out into the barns or the storehouses and doing all the work out in the field. He's doing that constantly, so he know his part. She know her part. You know what I'm saying? He know how to dress. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cut up the animals and all that stuff. So you gotta place your mindset in. Back then, the women wasn't out just in a school teaching some other Israelites, you know what I'm saying, or teaching some other men. They wasn't doing it like that. Because we could, and matter of fact, even back then, the women, when they had like gatherings and get-togethers, the women danced with the women and the men danced with the men. It wasn't no man running up like, can I get that dance? No, you wasn't dealing with no woman like that back then. She wasn't dealing with no man like that back then. Those marriages was arranged. Hey, I got, my son, or maybe even for the guy. He might have wanted an extra wife, which is legal in the scriptures. But see, this lets you know how out of touch we are as a people, because we're living in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom, and he's telling you that a fucking 19-year-old is a goddamn considered, or an 18-year-old or a 17-year-old is considered to be a child. No, this motherfucker can pull a gun. They doing robberies. They doing drive-bys. They doing stick-ups. They doing the whole thing. But yet and still, they can go to court and get treated as if, they're a damn juvenile. We're going to put him in a juvenile. No, that motherfucker, some of them need to be put to death according to the scriptures. You see? But, let me see here. Trying to think how that's worded. I'm not sure how that's been a minute on that one for real. Salakia, bear with me real quick here. Yeah, this is it right here. Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. See? That young man, hey, that young man, hey, he had sex with her. Shit, I mean, hey, that's potentially his wife. If, whoever she laid with first would be his, her husband. But if she just laid with that little 14-year-old, I'm saying little too, got me caught up in this American shit. Salakia. But had he was the first one hit her, that would be her husband in the scriptures, man. But like I said again, here you go. You got good old America. America, everything is flipped all upside down in this place, man. It's motherfuckers living at their mama and daddy houses right now, 40 years old, fussing about we out of milk and cornflakes. Not even going, just playing video games all goddamn day. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't leaving the house. They won't take out the trash. They won't wash no dish. They not gonna have no meal ready when mom and dad get home and taking care of their grown asses. That's America. It's millions of them fuckers here. Won't get up, won't do nothing, treating them like they complete goddamn babies. And then they'll actually allow a fucking girlfriend or so-called boyfriend to come over and take up space too. Lay up with them all night long, or come through to visit on a weekend, and then they get pregnant, and then now they there with a fucking child, 2 children, 3 children. A lot of these so-called white people, they going through it right now because they're tired of their fucking children. For real. Them the ones that's really kind of doing that. But I mean, Salakia, see the apostle, he going live. But anyway, man, I'm not gonna keep this lesson long. I just seen this like, yeah, I guess American wise, yeah, it's a bad look. But see, like I said again, I'm 34 years old. She don't look that old. Not to me in the face. She got a real young looking face, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, you don't put women around. And then, they're on a monthly, on that cycle. They're not even supposed to even be around nobody touching and defiling shit, all in the cafeteria, all in the bathroom, all in the conference room, all at the snack machine, all at the, the vending machine, the soda machine, and just everything everything sit on that's being defiled, not even supposed to be there. Not supposed to, exert her no authority over the man. She shouldn't even been over him. Because he is a young man. Though he's younger, he's a young man. So, those are things that, are really not touched on in the scriptures like that. It's milk stuff. But Christianity, man, they don't teach none of this stuff. They might read a scripture or two. They don't go off into details as far as like what should be done and what shouldn't be done, because that's what it's all about. The Lord was repeating everything in the Old Testament over and over and over and over again. So, because we're like children, we have to constantly be reminded of, okay, what did I tell you? What did I say? We're children. We're just like, what did I say? What did I tell you to do? And then, I'm not going to tell you no more. I told you, then you get that ass whooping. And then it becomes remembrance to you. And then you like, I remember that ass, So that's kind of like, like our Father in heaven. That's how he treats us, man. Because he understands that we're a stiff-necked, hard-headed ass people. But as time goes on, we learn. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, this is a situation where she can get 40 years. And I've seen stories actually where he'll actually get old enough and will actually go to the prison and visit her. Like, that's my woman. You know what I'm saying? But the way these days is, if he was able to get up on, he was able to hustle her out of a Glock 19, he's for the streets, bro. For real. He's gonna do that thug. But, you never can tell. He could come out of this shit from this situation. Because he definitely had to have some hustle. He had some talk game. Don't think these kids, man, come on, bro. We talking about the age of social media. It's nothing to run up on. And she looked like she kind of a little gullible like that. $2,500 bond, she'll be out. She ain't gonna get no job around no kids no more. But you know what I'm saying? She probably getting talked about her in the hood and wherever she, girl. Because But she's probably, who knows, probably something about it. Probably was egging her on, like, bitch, you better. Probably had a picture of him and shit, and she was showing it to some of her homegirls and shit while they was sipping on some wine. Like, shit, girl, I'll do that. I'll do, you know how I go. And she probably fell for it, but who knows, though? Who knows? Anyway, hey, 40 years for something like that, that's out of control, you ask me. But we live in America. We live in America, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing of us being in captivity to our enemies, man, where we can't make our own rules. We don't have our own curriculum. We don't have our own school system. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was our kingdom, she wouldn't have been there anyway. She'd been happily at home with her husband. Her husband would have been happily taking care of the family, that type of stuff. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.